for the primary on April 20th. So, Tracy or David?
I think you've done some research, John, or your aide has. And I think you conveyed to me that Keister is available from 4 to 8 on the 20th. And that would be the city's preferences for Keister Elementary.
Okay.
Good.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. The next, like you said, there's some other order of business that needs to be attended to today.
I mean, I think that since today's the 13th and we're still on the 20th, and we just had the polling place, I'd like to renew my request that we extend the date of the canvass. And, you know, I know that you all plan on posting it on RPD's website and probably publishing it in the paper tomorrow, but that's an awfully short period of time for city voters, especially considering the county voters and city voters too have been told since March 31st you should go to Lacey Springs. So I think there might be some confusion on city voters' parts, and you know, I'm concerned that 6 days in a newspaper is not enough time to get the message out to the city voters, hey, you need to go to Keister, you know, from 4 to 8 on April 20th. So on behalf of the city, I would renew my request that we change the date of the canvass. I know we've had discussions in the past about available dates, but I think March 4th was one that we talked about, and I think that even if the governor does a June 15th special election date, then we can still hold our party canvass on May the 15th, which is Saturday. And I've had a lot of people personally come up to me and say, why is this in the evening on a work day? Why is it not on a Saturday? It would be much more convenient for me to come on a Saturday and vote than on a weekday.
We're in favor of keeping the date on the 20th.
May I inquire what the rush is?
I think, Tracy, you have to recognize John.
All right. I recognize John Elledge, city voter.
I'd like to inquire what the rush is on this thing. The seat's not even going to be vacant until Matt's resignation on the 30th. The governor can't even call a special election until May sometime. Why do we want to get this thing done before the seat's even vacant, when people can't have time to access the candidates, learn about us, and make their choice? This is all way too rushed. What's the rush?
I think your question is directed towards David. Being a district party chair, I don't have a vote, so
I'm asking the committee, whoever will respond.
I received from your reset the vote 12 emails, 2 phone calls, and that was it. The county people that I've been polling want to keep the date on the 20th, and that's what we're going to do.
Just going to rush it through. All right, we'll play your game.
Joel, do you have the amended call and the rules?
Yes, I drafted one that
Be
was
recognized.
approved.
Yeah.
You just give me a second, I'll print it out. And then Tracy, you also we're calling for a city meeting on the 15th.
Joel, I think we'll get to that after we do this.
Sure. Yeah.
I think as a practical matter, what's being decided here today will negate any effectiveness of the city meeting, so, or the meeting that I called on the 15th, so.
Just give me a second here. just in all the locations that we talked about previously, all of them checked out, but you had a preference for Keister.
That's correct.
So Keister's already secured from 4 to 8. So.
That would be the city's preference.
There you go.
Is there anybody, did you want to speak, Mr. Cook?
I just had a question. I don't know if this is the time to ask it or not, but
I'll recognize you to speak if you want to
Thank
say
you.
something.
I'm Aaron Cook. I live near Dayton, and just was here to just inquire about the whether the county's going to provide a location in Dayton or near Dayton for those of us in the southern or middle to southern part of the county. So that's my interest for being here.
That's between the two committee chairs
Yes,
to debate and decide on.
Do you have the rules as well?
Yes, I
I've said, I think our last meeting, that would be my preference for a location in Dayton, Harrisonburg, and Broadway. But, you know,
Okay.
obviously, I don't have the votes. So, I think there's concern about staffing, finding enough people to work 3 locations.
If I can inquire further, then can people in Dayton vote in Harrisonburg?
I
How does that
don't
work?
think so. I think that would be a logistical nightmare, because I think that the way I anticipate this, and I haven't cleared this with the credentials committees, but the way I anticipate it is the Lacey Springs will have the county voting list, Harrisonburg City will have the city voting list. If you let people from Dayton vote in the city, there's not going to be any communication between the two. Somebody could vote in the city and then go vote in the county,
Right.
in Lacey Springs. So I think that that's probably not going to be able to happen. So unfortunately, I think Dayton people are probably going to have to drive a little bit to Lacey Springs.
Well, I certainly don't represent anybody, but speaking as somebody who lives just outside of Dayton, just feels like we're being excluded from this somehow. I mean, certainly I'm going to be driving to Lacey Spring, but I know there's people who are less interested who will make the choice based on geography to not participate. I just think it's unfortunate for the party and for the community. So.
Myron, you want to say something?
Myron Road's also a Dayton voter. You know, Lacey Springs is up on the map there, and it doesn't look like a very centralized location to me. We're going to have to drive 40 minutes. I mean, a 5th grader can look at that map and see that that's not a centralized location. Anybody, a 5th grader, that's pathetic. That's completely pathetic. I'm done.
Rules for the party canvas. And I also, as part of that, move that the meeting on Thursday be canceled.
The proxy for Rockingham County Committee, David Lee, moves that we adopt the amended rules for the party canvass, the official call, and moves to cancel the meeting for Thursday. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Opposed?
Because Rockingham County essentially has more weight in this vote, then essentially, I mean, this is
I think everybody here knows that.
Yeah.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
the proxy for the Rockingham County Republican Party moves to adjourn the meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?